highly favored, blessed, on bliss, highly favored.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the WWE Elite Series 122 Andrade figure. Now, very interesting situation with this figure. This figure was discontinued. So, once this figure sells out, you're not going to be able to get it again. So, I decided to pick it up because I've been wanting an Elite Andrade for a couple of years now. So, I decided to finally pull the trigger on it. I believe it was discounted on Amazon to like $21. So you know what? I'll pick it up. It came the next day. So, pretty cool, decent looking Andrade here. He definitely does look a little bit skinny, but there's some cool things that we can get into with this Andrade. Also, he's coming with the first Speed Championship, so I don't think maybe down the line, once this officially sells out, it might be rarer, but I wouldn't pick it up for the value of it being rare. You know, if you want an Andrade, I would say pick it up. But you can see the figure front and center, his accessories to the side, W logo on the bottom, an image of him on the side. That same image on the side, it does look a little weird. It kind of looks like an AI-generated image of Andrade. I doubt that it is, but it just looks a little weird. Like, you can see him there, and he just looks very different. But you can see him making his way down to the ring. A description you can pause if you need to read. Career highlights, finisher, height, weight, and where he's from. The other figures in the set, I definitely want to get the Creed brothers. Don't collect women's figures, so I'm not going to get Io Sky. I hate Damian Priest, so I'm probably not going to get that figure. And then I do already have that Stone Cold. On the side, you see that same image of Andrade, but enlarged, and it does say Andrade right there. So without further ado, let's crack Andrade out of his packaging and take a closer look at his accessories. Taking a closer look at Andrade's accessories, to start off, you do get a fisted set of hands. You're also going to get a microphone holding hand already on the figure. You get this really nice mask skull head sculpt, which is really cool. You can see his bun seeping through in his hair, which is really cool. I mean, yeah, it's a really nice sculpt, and it fits on the figure well, so you really can't ask for much more. And then you also get the first time in the line Speed Championship. A lot of people are saying that the value of this figure is going to go for the Speed title, but the Speed title isn't really a normal prominent features title on WWE TV, so I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't know how many people are going to want the Speed title. I honestly don't care for it too much. I think it would have been a lot cooler if, you know, it had the Andrade side plates, but it's an okay looking title. But, I mean, the belt is just ugly in general, so Mattel did a good job capturing that for sure. But, yeah, definitely not one of the better looking titles, but still cool to have in Mattel form. Taking a closer look at Andrade, starting off with the head sculpt. I believe this is a brand new head sculpt for Andrade. I don't think we've seen this one before. Definitely looks good and resembles Andrade. Kind of reminds me of the Elite 121 Theory head sculpt, where that didn't look like it had too much true effects, but it definitely resembled Theory. That's kind of how I feel about this one. Do like the haircut and the man bun and everything, so it looks solid. This torso is the same Sin Cara torso, but I believe they've used this Andrade many times over in the past. White wrist tape. New leg mold, I think, because it's very posable compared to previous pants mold. So I believe this is a new one. But the design on the gear looks really awesome. The white, black, and blue is really clean. Not the best gear, you know, kind of generic, but I think this works for Andrade. And yeah, man, it looks really good. But the best thing about this figure is the posability. This thing poses insane, but as far as the looks, it definitely looks really good. But let's see how good Andrade's articulation really is. So his head can rotate all the way around. He can look up pretty decently and look down also all right. Arm can go about that much all the way around. You do get the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, hand can rotate and hinge. Ab crunch is decent. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. This is definitely one of the better ab crunchers. Torso is very stiff at the moment, but can rotate all the way around. His leg can kick about that much. He can do the splits. You do get the upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, very smooth considering that they're pinless. No shin cut, unfortunately, but you do get a little bit of motion in the ankle there. So, yeah, man, one of the best posing figures I've gotten as of late. Very nice from this Andrade. But for some Andrade figure comparisons, here we have the Elite Series 124 Rey Mysterio and an AEW Penta. Here is Andrade up next to the Elite Series 111 Ricochet and the Elite Series 121 Carmelo Hayes. For the next round of comparisons, here we have Andrade up next to the AEW Unmatched Series 11 Will Ospreay and the AEW Unrivaled Series 4 Kenny Omega. And finally, here is Andrade up next to an older main event figure of his and this AEW Unrivaled Series 5 Hangman. But that is going to do it for the Elite Series 122 Andrade. This figure is amazing. I think it poses really well. It looks like the character. Really cool accessories. You really can't ask for much more. I just wish his formula was bulkier and more muscular. I feel like he's very, very skinny, but it is a good figure nonetheless, and I do recommend you pick it up. But if you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you did like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm bliss, highly favored. I'm bliss, highly favored.